Now, what on earth is going on with the Manuel Ugarte deal? I know it's 9 days left, single digits of the transfer window, and there's been multiple reports floating around from journalists like Pledigol, like Fabrizio Romano, like Ornstein, like L'Equipe, like a lot of people that wants to get this story over the line. And I get that. I get that because it's kind of been dragging on for 2 months. But on this episode, we're going to sort of bring a little bit clarity, the real story, what is going on, since we've been having the finger on the pulse from the very first beginning on the 19th of July when we said he will be a loan with an obligation to buy. As Jorge Mendes has been working tirelessly, we're here to give you the latest and the greatest information regarding Manuel Ugarte. I know you're thinking you just want to put your finger in the throat and just say, get over with. But listen, be patient, like and subscribe, because here we go. Going to give you the latest updates, what's going on there, and I believe it's going to be a here we go very soon. Like and subscribe. And welcome back to MUFC Realist TV. Here we go.
Has the Premier League ever been more challenging?
I feel welcome. Dit is my home. And I want to achieve success.
Okay, and we all want to see success, what Ten Hag is also saying. But we got to have a little bit of a faith and patience. So far, it's been a 7 out of 10 transfer window. We always said that this window was to get players out of the door. And United is working tirelessly with Scott McTominay and Napoli getting out of the door. Jadon Sancho has been leaving. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, multiple players been reporting, also being led to be sold, including Victor Lindelof at the end of the day. But on this episode here, on this day of recording, which is the 22nd, as alluded before, 9 days left of the window from here, closing next Friday, Man United are doing bits on the market. They've been doing arm wrestling with both Bayern Munich and PSG at the same time, but the hardest wrestle has been with the PSG, where we've seen deployment of Jean-Claude Blanc, the ex-president of PSG, now the board member of Man United, and Omar Barada to say, we will not overpay for an asset that you bought 1 year ago for 60 million euros. Forget about it. Forget about it. So basically what's been, it's like been an arm wrestle, and it's been kind of a war of attrition. And in the middle, you have the spider, the brilliant intermediate and negotiator, which is no other than super agent Jorge Mendes, that got us a lot of players over the line, including Lenny Euro. So Jorge is very important for Man United. He's been talking to Man United, and also according to latest reports and what I've been hearing, what I've been speaking to, is he advised Man United to say, don't go in and pay that silly money. Propose what I have to say to you. Do a loan with an obligation to buy. That means that you pay a fractional small fee this year, and then you will do 51 million in installments. And we know also he's been advising PSG. He's gone back and forwards, and he's been also saying to PSG, listen, the players handed in a request to, you're not going to play him. It's going to be a very costly situation. I know you bought a lot of players. I know you need to cash in, but listen, this is the best option that you can get. So a lot of reports been coming out as been deluded, like, Pledigol, L'Equipe, a lot of tier 2 journalists, a lot of second guessing in the past 48 hours. We saw Fabrizio Romano coming out to say what we were saying on the 19th as well, that it will be along with the obligation to buy. And lo and behold, what is this? Because the latest, what we've been seeing, some people saying 51 million, United's going to pay upfront this year as a permanent. But let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you what I know. And I'm going to bring this to the stage. People, I just want to share with this community. We do not create the news. We do the research. We speak to the market. We speak to the agents. We speak to the intermediates. And it is a little bit of a transfer clarity that we want to share with this Man United community. Loads of reports have been circulating regarding Ugarte deal as what I've been deluded. We can confirm the negotiations between Man United and PSG for loan deal with an obligation to buy around 51 million pounds. Ugarte is set to be successful now. I said that, Jorge Mendes has been speaking to United. He's now been talking to PSG. They're now agreed verbally that this is the best route. This means that it's going to be a small fee, or, probably paid. I need to understand the details, but the remaining of the 51 what's been reported out in the media will actually be paid next year in 3 installments. That means that this position, both club wins, and that means that we are very close to here we go agreement. You know, it's been verbally accepted by both parties and can be finalized within the next hours or so. Nobody really knows, to be honest. Nobody really knows. It's just been a game of attrition and game of guessing. But this is solid information that I got from tier ones and, you know, agents close to this deal as well. Scott McTominay is also one of these waiting to Napoli, because Napoli said, we want Scott McTominay. We made him his first priority. He is the type of player that we need with the height. Antonio Conte is the one that's pushing. But in order to fund Scott McTominay, I know for a fact that, you know, Napoli sporting director was speaking to Manchester United. He traveled over to Mayfair to speak to the Carrington to speak to John Murta. No, not John Murta. Sorry what I'm saying. John Murta is not working here anymore, but, you know, our sporting director, Dan Ashwood, to say, look, what can we do? And he also proposed loan with an option to buy, an obligation to buy. Sorry again. But United said we want 30 million, or we're willing to take 25 million pounds plus 5 add-ons. Scott McTominay was asked by the same club, you know, we got an offer for you, Scott, from Fulham. Do you want to play there? But Scott said no, based on what we've been told is his ambition. He doesn't want to play for a mid-table club. He played for United, which is one of the biggest clubs in the world, and he simply wants to remain on the top. This was Scott McTominay's choice. Now, there is no panic for Man United to sell Scott McTominay, but he is on the chopping block on the window. Because why? If Man United gets 25 million, 30 million, that means so much for them in how they can attack the rest of the window. So keep your eyes on that one, because Napoli will fund this transfer to sell Osimhen, which is very, very close. Osimhen's been linked to PSG now, Arsenal, Chelsea. Yeah, it's going to be a hot window. But I do expect that Manuel Ugarte will be transpiring very soon with the here we go done deal in principle, verbally agreed. I mean, we've seen multiple reports saying that it is pretty much like, you know, verbally agreed, but it's just been a little bit of confusion. Will it be 51 million like this year? You know, we're doing on a permanent? No, it will not be. As far as we understood here on this channel, it will be loan with an obligation to buy. Loan with an obligation to buy. That means I buy this mouse now for 51, right? But I will not pay for this now. I might pay 1,000 for this one, you know, 1,000 for this one this year, and the rest of the 50 will be installed in 3 years. In that way, Man United wins. In that way, that means the Man United has liberated the kitty, the transfer kitty, so they can go for other targets. And it's true, according to the friend of mine, the friend of the channel, Fredo Padula, that reported that Manchester United actually went in to bid for Edison. But that was kind of that's what United's been doing. They've been aligning multiple targets, you know, throwing bids in, agreeing personal terms, but the main target is Manuel Ugarte. So keep your eyes on the price, peeps, and do expect a here we go soon. I would do expect it within the next 72 hours. If not, it'll be on Sunday. It will be on Monday. It doesn't really matter. As long as Man United gets the prime target, what they always wanted. The target that they agreed personal terms with over 2 months ago. The target that they've been chasing and having arm wrestle with PSG. And finally winning on their terms. This is what Manchester United have been doing all along these transfer windows. A war of attrition with Bayern. We won that battle. We snubbed Real Madrid, the kings of Eleni Euro. I know he got injured, but we've been doing business on our terms. We got 2 defenders for the price of 50 million euro from Bayern Munich, and they caved. So now it's led to believe that PSG is going to cave as well on the price. Nothing else, nothing more. I know it's repetitive business, but this is my duty to report what we've been hearing. We might be wrong, we might be right. It doesn't matter as long as we get our targets in. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think that Manuel Ugarte will come on a loan with an obligation to buy on 51? Or do you think that Man United will splash the cash this summer? I think that if you read the lines, if you see what we're doing on the window, we know that we've been smart. We know that we have that not that money, and if we get this over the line, we can also go for Sofian Amrabat as a loan deal and spend more money in the remaining 9 to 8 days. Anyway, this will be Mick Ruby on MUFC Realist TV. We will be back later on live covering Erik ten Hag's press conference as we are playing Brighton on Saturday. Glory, glory, Manchester United, and please do not forget to like and subscribe. And this is about it, folks. See you to the next one. Peace, love, and go bananas. Bye.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.